This is my match video for the Arizona 2-gun match, April 28th, 2018, held at the Cowtown Range in Peoria. This stage requires getting 2 hits from each position, moving in a sequence between these barrels without knocking off the sticks. About once or twice a year, I encounter a stage that just totally wrecks my score. Thus far, that was this stage for 2018. I knew I was going to be slow moving on this stage, and I thought I could make up for some of that by getting hits quicker shooting supported off my bipod. This was the wrong decision. To be able to clear the front ledge at all, I had to have my bipod extended all the way out, which made it more difficult to get behind the scope. It also resulted in me still tagging the front ledge at least once in the video here. The problem with bore offset and angles isn't something I could figure out walking through the stage beforehand. Sometimes what looks like it can work before you get behind the gun doesn't work when you're on the stage. The other problem I'm having is my knees already hurt to begin with, and the knee pads I have are sliding down because the straps are worn out and no longer hold them in place. I ended up having to replace them after this match. Just moving on these rocks is very painful, and I have to focus on simply getting through the stage at this point. The fast way to do this stage, if you were small enough and had the flexibility, was to duck walk underneath these sticks and shoot from a kneeling or sitting position. I'm too big with not enough agility or flexibility to do that effectively, particularly while wearing all the gear I do in Armored or Trooper Division. In the end, I was 42 seconds slower than the winner in my division on this stage. This is Steve's run. Steve won this stage and won the match. This stage was all about movement, and the technique that Steve used was superior to that of anyone else.
Hey! Before everybody gets it backwards into the line, he's not going to have power brakes. That's what I'm saying. Keep a book.
Even on this section where he has multiple misses before getting a hit, they don't matter because his movement between positions is so much faster.
Be careful.
Hit! Hit!
Hey, middle!
Watching what other shooters do is a critical component of getting better at action shooting competitions. Hopefully this helps some of you perform better under similar circumstances, should you encounter them. Now on to something less painful. The shooter begins crawling through this tire into this simulated turret. There are 5 steel targets downrange that must be engaged 1 time each in a series of 3 sweeps. This stage had a 90-second par time. The shooter had to switch positions each shot fired. For every hit, they received a 10-second bonus reduction from their time. I ended up with 13 hits. The highest number of hits was 16. On this stage, the shooter had to get 1 hit on that auto popper, then 2 hits with their rifle. This process repeated 6 times.
In the barrel, there you go.
I had the fastest armored division time on this stage. In the end, a bad day for me is still better than a lot of other people's best efforts. I was 2nd out of 15 in armored division and 6th out of 55 overall. Thank you for watching, and come back again for more match and multi-gun competition content.